Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So we got the crypto market up here. Looks like Ethereum's the only one that's technically in the green. Everything down a little bit. We got Tron up a little bit too. Nothing terribly exciting happening in the crypto space. Crypto market is at about 181 billion. Bitcoin here over the 100 billion mark. So if market cap interests you, that may be of some importance. I don't know. Here in the news, Ripple's xCurrent 4.0 goes live. User upgrade currently in progress, says CTO David Schwartz. And it's an update. Ultimately, Ripple's clients have been on an older version of xCurrent, and they are in the process of updating. So David Schwartz, CTO of Ripple, confirmed on Twitter that Ripple's xCurrent 4.0 was live and that user upgrades were in progress. Ripple's xCurrent, one of the company's enterprise software solutions, enables banks to settle cross-border payments with end-to-end tracking. With the help of xCurrent, banks are able to communicate with each other to confirm payments and transaction details. David Schwartz confirmed the news after being asked on social media about the status of xCurrent 4.0. And this is the great thing about Uncle David here. He just responds to interested participants in the community. So this is the tweet from David Schwartz. 4.0 is live. We're working to get all customers upgraded, but it's a complex process. Multi-hop xRapid support, much easier peering, and a much easier customer integration process are the major new features. So a tweet from David Schwartz himself mentioning this. I was on Twitter and I saw this. In my humble opinion, this is by XRP Monty. That's XRP Monty. And this is debatable. This has gotten a bit of traction on Twitter as well. In my humble opinion, the price is held down by Ripple at 30 cents. Regulations are the key to open the floodgates. Until then, nothing will happen. What do you think? And then he tagged a bunch of us in this, including Joel Katz, who is David Schwartz, and Bob Way. I think that this is interesting because there are two schools of thought. I mean, there is, of course, the school that believes, okay, how could Ripple control the price? There's so much going on, so much trading. They can't just keep the price down. Sure, they do own a lot of XRP, but can they keep the price down? Is there a way? And then there's the school of thought thinking, oh, they're definitely manipulating and there's all kinds of measures in place in order for the price to stay a certain price before X, Y, and Z happens. And so a few people here weighed in. So this is XRP Monty as well. And I guess he was responding to this tweet that's unavailable. I get that, but imagine they are doing it for the big players to onboard and all be ready. Anyway, the price being kept so stable is no coincidence. I cannot imagine it is not done on purpose. Crypto RS says, if I had billions of XRP, nothing would make me happier than to have the price soaring now rather than later. Adoption isn't predicated on price. It's an organic occurrence that is already underway. Price will be reflected in adoption, but not the other way around. So some interesting thoughts here. So thank you very much, XRP Monty, for tagging me in this. Guys, I want you guys to continue the discussion on because I want to know in the comments what you guys think about this in terms of the price. I mean, we have been seeing, this is XRP on a daily, by the way, right? And as it's been reported, and as we all know, XRP hasn't done the same movements as, Bitcoin. Okay, well, when you compare it to Bitcoin, of course, Bitcoin's the first to move always, but we've seen other coins move and XRP isn't doing what people were predicting. That said, XRP is last to move and fast when it does move, as seen here in the bull run of 2017, as I've mentioned before, right up until December 10th, XRP was still trading at 22 cents and then boom, shot right up. It was stable throughout this entire year. That despite the fact that Bitcoin was rising basically from the beginning of 2016 till the end of 2017, so 24 months ahead of this, and then XRP finally, boom, shot up. So what's your thought on that? And will price increase based on this? This is breaking news. Fidelity Digital Assets to roll out crypto trading over the coming weeks. That's right. That's from AMB Crypto, but Bloomberg also reported on this. Fidelity will offer cryptocurrency trading within a few weeks. Fidelity Investments, which began a custody service to store Bitcoin earlier this year, will buy and sell the world's most popular digital asset for institutional customers within a few weeks, according to a person familiar with the matter. So the Boston-based firm, one of the largest asset managers in the world, created Fidelity Digital Assets in October in a bet that Wall Street's nascent appetite for trading and safeguarding safeguarding digital currencies will grow. It also puts Fidelity a step ahead of its top competitors that have mostly stayed on the sidelines so far. The firm said in October that it would offer over-the-counter trade execution and order routing for Bitcoin earlier this year. Guys, I will link the entire article in the description if you guys want to follow further. And just going back to this tweet here, there was another tweet that I noticed, and I wanted to kind of link the two here. XRP_news, that's at XRP_news, posted this. Ignorant comment from Joel Katz, who is David Schwartz, of course. Of course, working at Ripple gives you more insight, but David Schwartz tweeted this. I don't think working at Ripple gives me any special insight into the long-term performance of XRP. So David Schwartz denying that he knows where price is going to go. And then Cryptopolis, at Cryptopolis_X, your XRP_news, he's talking to this guy, failing to make an important distinction. David may have an insight into Ripple's stock, but he's right in saying he has no idea about XRP price. XRP is a beast of its own. Maybe it's not correlated. Susan Athey's valuation model is a good start, and David Schwartz writes, I don't think it does, but I certainly understand why people would disagree. I certainly do no better at predicting price action or correlation than anyone else seems to. Then there's some discussion here, and then Bob Way chimes in. I don't think your general assumption is correct. I worked at Ripple for a long time. I never heard of any value setting discussions. So he's saying that value setting is not a thing, although he's just saying that he never heard of it himself. I mean, that doesn't mean that it didn't go on. I'm not saying that it went on. All I'm saying is that I feel like these guys, well, I mean, we've seen the Bob Way interview and we've seen David Schwartz in interviews. They seem like stand-up guys. I don't feel like they have anything to really hide. Bob also goes on to say here, I also agree with David that he and I are no better at price prediction than anyone else. We presume XRP price should rise on good news, and does it? And it doesn't, of course. So, all a big mystery. I want you guys to weigh in the comments, though. Do you think Ripple's holding XRP price down, or do you think that it's just the fact that we don't have the regulations, we don't have the volume, we don't have the liquidity right at this moment, but when things start moving, like when we start seeing this as one example, that we will start to see that momentum rolling and that we will see prices rise in the near future. Anyways, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.